Everybody going Osan? You know, oh my gosh, this is the greatest day of my life. You know, John from TheGamersHub, Hollow Schematic.
Anthony.
We had some questions. So what is going to be the future for Tekken Cross Street Fighter for like DLC characters, kind of like things that are going to be coming out, like additional stuff?
まずはですね、ストプロの未来について聞きたいんですけど、例えば DLC とかで追加キャラクターとか出す予定なんでしょうか。
まだ僕らは今もうディスクの版を作るのに精一杯なので、ちょっとまだそこまでは将来のところっていうのは今明言はできないんですけども、ディスクをどんどん追加するんではなくって、なるべく AE の時のようにもしバージョンアップするのであれば、もう差分をバージョンアップ、優勝であったり無勝であったりという形で差分をバージョンアップしていきたいというその理念はもう持っています。でもただそれが実現させるかどうかというのはちょっとまだ今では分かりません。
Yeah, well, right now, to be completely honest, we're still working really hard to finish the disc version. So to be honest, the short answer is I don't know entirely what the future is going to hold for this new game, but I can tell you that if we are to expand upon it, and that'll depend entirely on how well it does and if people are receptive to it, if we do expand on it, we're looking to do it via DLC this time. We don't plan on releasing further disc versions of it. It'd be similar to what we did with Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. So if there are new characters, are new additions to the game, we are looking to do that with DLC, probably a combination of paid and free. Exactly what shape that'll take, only time will tell.
Okay. I did actually have a concern, was the loading time for the DLC content for Super Street Fighter Arcade Edition, for like the Xbox and the PS3, because I've downloaded all the costume packs, I've downloaded, AE Edition and everything, and now 2012 is coming out soon. I want to know, is there any way that you guys are going to do anything about loading times? Because it takes forever. It's like a solid minute to load all of my content to start the game.
Sure. 1ユーザーとしての経験なんですけど、コスチュームとかその AE のアップデートとかいろいろ全ての DLC 一応ストフォルムダウンロードしたんですけど、そのせいでちょっとロード時間が若干長くなったりするんですよ。確認 DLC 確認とか。それは今後の2012年バージョンとかも来るし、ちょっと心配なんですよ。もっと長くなるんじゃないかな。そのロード時間を短くするようなパッチとかありるんですか？
僕らはもうそれをすごく QA とか、あとテストプレイヤーとかもその話は結構上の方のランクですぐ出てきたんですね。で、一つはやっぱりもうこれカプコンとしてどうしようもできないのは Xbox ライブであったりとか PSN のストアにアクティベートしに行くこの時間、これがやっぱり1個時間かかってしまうと。で、もう一つはディスクだけだったらここのディスクのイメージをハードディスクにコピーする時の最適化っていうのができるんですけど、そのまま丸々コピーで最適化できるんですけど、 DLC にするとどんどん継ぎはぎになっていくので最適化をさせるっていうことが非常にちょっと難しいんですね。どうしても上にスタックするしかなくって、ディスクをここに読んでたやつをもう一回ここに読みに行ってここに読みに行ってっていう形しかできないっていう。なのでこれを統合しようと思うともう一度フル 4GB のダウンロードっていうのを作らないとちょっと難しいかもしれないですね。
Yeah, this is something that we are indeed aware of, something that QA brings to our attention all the time. We are certainly aware that the load times do increase the more when you have all the DLC installed. The issue there's only so much that Capcom can do, because then a lot of the other aspects of it are part of the infrastructure of Xbox Live and PSN. There's protocols in place where it has to kind of ping the store to make sure that something's been purchased on this account, etc. And that just takes a certain amount of time. There's not much we can do to completely eliminate that. On top of that, there is, as you say, just load time issues, and that is the responsibility for that is on the Capcom side. The problem is, since you have the base game on the disc, if we were to just install that disc onto the hard drive, we would be fine. We'd be totally optimized, and then all the data can be grabbed right away. But since you have the disc image, and then as a separate chunk, you have this other DLC. There's a lot of back and forth, a lot of communication between the main game and the DLC, so to speak. It's really, really hard to optimize that without doing something really drastic, like giving you a brand new 4 gig download that would kind of combine all the stuff together. So I'm not sure if there is a proper solution for that, but it is something we are aware of. We'd love to do something about it, but I don't know if it's going to be possible. To be honest,
that's fine enough for me. To be honest, I love Street Fighter. I play it all the time. It's probably like one of my favorite fighting games I've ever played in my life. So I definitely respect that answer. It's the best you guys can do, and it's expected. Thank you. Like a lot.
AD12 は今回新キャラとか追加するわけじゃないので、そこまではもう今の長さよりは長くなることはないです。ほとんどもうデータをパッパッと見に行くだけなので、 何かモデリングをロードしますとかテクスチャをロードしますっていうところはないから AE12 を当てた後は今の AE の、まあ、多少ストレスがある状態の中でできるっていう形になるかなと思います。
And the good news about the 2012 version that's coming soon is since it is just rebalancing update, there's not new characters involved, so that at no point is the game gonna kind of meander off to download or to load rather some textures and model data and things like that, which is what ends up taking a lot of time. It's just looking to check the balancing data, so it won't take nearly as long this time. You're not looking at a significant increase in load time.
Okay, so you're saying that the 2012 was going to be just balance changes and stuff, because people have been saying like, you know, Hugo, Rainbow Mika might be jumping in.
もうすごくそういう意見をもうツイッターでもいっぱいいただいてますけど、今回はもうジャストチューニングだけ、もうそれだけですと。
I am very aware that people want that. That there are rumors. There's not enough time on Twitter to know that. But at the same time, I'll set the record straight. We're looking at just some fine tuning and some rebalancing.
That's fine with me.
2013とか2014とか出る機会があるんだったら、まあちょっと考えようかなと思いますけど。
If we do a 2013 version, 2014 version, things like that, then we can consider some extra characters. This time out, that's not what we're in for.
Now, along with DLC, are you guys planning on for Tekken Cross Street Fighter? Are you guys going to be doing anything when Tekken Cross Street Fighter comes out? Is there going to be any kind of cross compatibility with the two companies? You know how you and Harada are always fighting and stuff like that. Is there going to be any kind of things for that type of thing?
そうです。今回白黒を出すんですけど、今後はナムコが鉄黒も出す予定らしいですけど、例えばの話なんですけど、ユーザーが両方持っていると、セーブデータとかの読み込みで、DLC とか、アンロックした要素を、クロスコンパティブルというか、両方に出るような要素とかも考えているのでしょうか。
そういう話はいつもの彼との焼肉の会ではよくやってるんですけど、いかんせんまだ彼が1枚も企画書を書いてないので、これからだと思いますと。
This is something that Harada-san and I have discussed when we enjoy our yakiniku together, when we're roasting meats at restaurants after hours. Something we've talked about, something that's come up, but at the same time, he's kind of got his hands full with other stuff, and to be honest, I don't think he's written a single page of his design doc yet. So it's going to be entirely up to him what he wants to do. It's something I'm open to.
僕はもしかして21世紀中に鉄拳クロススイートファイター出ないんじゃないのかなと思ってるぐらい彼の今の企画書の書くペースは遅いですと。
The guy's so slow writing his design docs that I wonder if we're even going to see this game in this century. We might have quite a way ahead.
このインタビューはもう無に終わる可能性はありますと。ウェブ上に残ってたら22世紀の人たちが21世紀の時にはこんなこと言ってたねっていうのは残るかもしれませんけど。
In fact, one day archaeologists in the future might find your website and say, look, this guy Ono predicted this accurately. It really didn't come out until 2012.
Oh my god. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, what can you talk about the gem system in Street Fighter Cross Tekken?
今回ジェムシステムについて何か話すことは
今までどうしてもこの格闘ゲームっていうのってもう本当に指先の戦い方だけですごくシビアな戦いしてたんですけども、今回ストクロの場合は本当もっと多くの人もファミリーから恋人から兄弟から本当におじいちゃんから孫まできちっとお祭りに参加してもらいたいっていうところを考えた時に、じゃあおじいさんがすごいワンフレームで動かせるかどうかっていうのはこれまた疑問であって、でも上手い人ともやっぱちょっとチェスのように楽しみたいっていう時に今回ジェムシステムというサポート機能をつけることによって一瞬だけとかあと条件をつけることによってちょっとだけ力がブーストアップする。でもその代わりブーストアップする代わりに失うものもあるけども全く歯が立たないっていうことはないよっていうのを搭載したい。かつ一番上の人同士の戦いは俺の竜お前の竜一緒だからもう指先だけの戦いもしくは運だけの違いっていうのではなくって家でじっくりと考えてこのジェムとこのジェムとこのジェムを組み合わせたらもしかしたら第5梅原に勝てるかもしれないっていうストラテジーなところも追求したいっていう面のこの2つの面が今回のジェムシステムの中で搭載していると思っていただければなと思います。
Here, I'll explain the overall concept of the gem system. There's really two purposes to it this time out. First of all, until now, fighting games have always really been down to the skill of the individual player. How fast are you with the joystick? How well have you memorized your combos? And it was based entirely on that. It's always been, kind of stoic, a little on the severe side, and something that could be pretty daunting to more casual players. And since this time around with Street Fighter Cross Tekken, we're looking to make sort of a festival kind of game, something everyone can participate in, something you could play with your girlfriend or with your little brother, with your parents or even grandparents. We really wanted to do something to even the playing field out a little bit. I don't know about you, but my grandfather probably couldn't, execute a move based on frame count and things like that. It's not something that some people are just capable of if they haven't really been involved in fighting games for a while. So it's a way to sort of give them an advantage in some instances. And to be clear, the gem system, what it'll do, a lot of these gems have very limited time frames that they're active for. They're activated under certain conditions. So it's not giving someone an insane advantage. They're not going to be able to just equip a gem and completely decimate you with no skill whatsoever. But it does give some people a fighting chance that perhaps hadn't had one before. So it evens the playing field a bit, widens the entryway, lowers the barrier of entry a bit. The other aspect of the gem system is aimed more at high-level players. So what it does for these guys is it gives them more of a strategic sort of way to go after the game. Until now it used to be that my Ryu and your Ryu were essentially the same character, and it really just came down once again how quick we were at the joystick, how we memorized our combos, perhaps luck even to a certain degree. But this time it has more of a strategic element, so you can spend some time researching. You can think about if I had this gem and this gem equipped, maybe I could even beat Daigo, this sort of thing. So there's kind of a new strategic element for the more hardcore players, and for the more casual players, it makes the game a little less daunting and a little less scary to get into because they now have a fighting chance in situations where heretofore they may not have.
Yeah, I saw the gem system, and just even the hint at it, and it was like my Ryu is different than your Ryu, and I was like, what does that mean? That sounds so awesome.
まあ実際にですね、僕の理由とチガチの理由がちょっと違うというヒントだけをちょっとユーザーとしてはワクワクしましたけど、どういうことなんですか？
今日本当にこの夕方にパネルの時に実演もさせてもらうので、もしお時間あれば来ていただきたいんですけど、本当に一つのパワーアップブーストっていうものをつけたら、通常攻撃5回行った後にまた新しい新機能がつきますよとか、必殺技を何回か受けた時に発動するディフェンスが登場しますよっていう、ある意味やられることもやることも戦略的に考えながらジェムを使えるっていう、本当に今までの動物的感からもうちょっとストラテジーを考えながらいったら、もっと違う竜、もっと違うチュンリー同士の戦いっていうのが見れるような遊びになるかなっていうのはちょっと期待してます。
So if you can make it to the panel this evening, and by all means, please try it too. It's at 5:15. We're going to be showing some more specific stuff on the gem system. We'll show some actual examples on stage of a few gems. And what you'll see there is you'll see the difference between kind of more passive and more active gems. And what I mean by that is the way they're activated. So there are some gems that are more passive in that if you get hit by a certain number of special moves or something, it activates, and now you've got some kind of power boost. And there's the other aspect of it, which is activated by something you do. If you can connect, for example, 5 hits against another player, then you activate a certain gem and you get more powerful, this sort of thing. So this combination of passive and active really gives you some new depth there, some new strategy, based on your own play style, based on what you predict the other guy is going to play like. And it really adds a layer of strategy we haven't seen up until now. It's always been much more based on kind of instinct and reflex. Yeah. And we still have that, but now there's also that added layer of strategy. So I think we'll see some really unique battles that we haven't been able to see until now in fighting games.
Now, will the gem system itself, will certain gems be unlockable as you progress, or will everybody just even start out whatever?
今回のジェムシステムなんですけど、入手の仕方なんですけど、例えばすぐにみんな同じジェムから選ぶことができるのか、それとも少しずつアンロックしたりするような様子なんでしょうか。
今回まず今考えてるのは、もちろんもう将来的に何かDLC とかってあるかもしれないんですけど、今現状は数百種類のジェムをもう皆さんのポッケに入れてます。もうでそのポッケを開いて、もう一日中いろんなジェムを組み合わせたりとか、そのトレーニングで研究しながら自分が自分のスタイルと勝てそうな感じっていうのを、いくつかのこのジェムの組み合わせっていうのをもうどんどんとトレーニングで組み合わせてもらいたいなと思ってます。
Right now, it's kind of wide open what we're going to do with this. The way we're thinking of it right now is there's going to be a few hundred likely in the game itself right out of the gate. So that you can spend some time kind of researching and figure out which gems seem to match your play style. After that, the sky's the limit. There's potential for releasing more via DLC and through other methods, but for the time being, you're going to have kind of a starter set, kind of a toolkit that you can go to right out of the gate.
Do you guys plan on releasing the characters that you were teasing before? Because I know it's like it could be Balrog, it could be Claw, it could be any of them, and I really want to know.
そうですね。最近出てたまた ヒントが入っているトレーラー出たんですけど、今回のニューヨークコミコンで新しいキャラクターも発表するんです。
もうブラジルではそのストリートファイター側をやったので、じゃあ今回は鉄拳側をやろうかなと思ってます。
So when I was in Brazil last week, or the week before last, we revealed a couple of Street Fighter characters. I think what we're going to do here at New York Comic Con is probably reveal some new Tekken side here.
Oh man.
まだ難しいと思いますよと。結構みんな好きなことをツイッターで言ってますけど、半分ぐらい外れてますから。
But I don't know, it always makes me nervous because I talk to my fans on Twitter, and sometimes I think I'm giving them a real treat, some character they want, and sometimes they act really disappointed. So I've got kind of a 50-50 rate there with people being really happy and disappointed. So we'll see how things go today.
騙すような絵も入れてますから、嘘のやつの絵とかね。
And in fact, a lot of those hints there, we can be kind of sneaky sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
These teaser trailers, sometimes we deliberately put things in there to misdirect you. So we'll see.
Dudes are freaking out about that. They're like, Mecha Zangief, and Mecha Zangief. I'm like, oh my god, too many characters. So I need to know, is Dan going to be in the game?
どうしても聞きたいのはやっぱり響きダウンが出るんでしょう。
もうね、ずっと言ってくるんですよ。ダウンは去年のサンディエゴコミコンでカズヤに殺されてるんですね。でも死体は誰も見てないので、これがヒントです。
I will give you, we'll drop a big hint for you without giving you a direct answer. I can tell you that the trailer we first revealed at San Diego Comic-Con last year, Dan is actually killed in that trailer.
Yeah, I saw that.
But at the same time, I can tell you that no one's found his body. So make of that what you will.
Do you feel that the gem system will complicate things for veteran players? And like for the online rooms, will they be available without gems?
ジェムシステムについて2つの質問なんですけど、1つはちょっと余計にゲームを複雑になるんじゃないのかというそれがあるのでしょうかと、もう1つはsorry, what was the second one?
Can you turn it on?
Yeah, thank you. あとはオンラインとかロビーとかでジェムオフ、ジェムオンという選択もできるでしょう。
まず1つ目の複雑になるっていうのはもちろん、ハード同士で戦う、ハードコアゲーマー同士で戦うときはあえて複雑になるようにしてます。なぜかというともうそこで僕と大悟の違いを出したいっていうのはすごく研究してもらいたい。でも一方で、じゃあその恋人同士だったりとか、さっき言ったグランファーザーとかと一緒に戦いたいときはいくつかのプリセットを用意しています。こういうことを強くしたい、こういうところを何とかにしたいっていうプリセットからさっと呼び出せるようにしてあるので、そこはもう本当の昔のこれ彼ら音楽やったのがシンセサイザーでいうと、シンセサイザーって本当は音を作るのは楽しいけど、作るのは面倒くせえなって思う人はボタンを押したらいろんな音が出るのと同じで、そういう機能と本当にチューニングできる機能を用意している。で、もう一個が
オンオフで
基本はですね、そのオンオフっていう機能は入れないでおこうと思ってます。なぜかというと今回もスーパーアーツセレクションと同じような位置にジェムシステムを置いてあるので、ジェムシステムをその搭載しても使わない、要はスーパーアーツを使わない、自分で使わないって決めるんだったら決めれてもいいんですけども、全くシステム上からゼロにするっていうことはさせないようにしようと思ってます。
Cool, so I'll tackle these questions in order. The first one, will it become more complex, potentially for veteran users? And I think it's a two-part answer. For veteran users, it will, but that's very deliberate. We really want you to think really long and hard about what gems are going to work best for your playstyle and really strategize. So it goes back to having that extra layer of strategy, and that's deliberate. We want you to spend a lot of time thinking about that. However, for newcomers and for more casual players, for the grandfathers and the girlfriends out there who are going to drag into playing this game whether they want to or not, the advantage for them is there's actually going to be some preset groups of gems you can pick as well. So you can say, I want to have more attack power, then you can pick from a certain number of presets that are focused on that or on defense and that sort of thing. I would compare it, and this could be kind of an obscure, esoteric sort of example. I'd compare it to a musician. So when you use a synthesizer, you have the choice to get through and dial everything in and make your own kind of synth music, which can be really fun, but it can also be kind of a pain. So there's also all the presets where you just hit a button and get a certain kind of sound. So I'd liken it to something like that. So it can be complicated if you choose it to be, or it can be simplified if that's what you'd rather do. As far as the ability to turn the gems on and off, for example, in like an online lobby or something like that, I'm thinking I don't want to do that for this game, and the reason being this is going to be an important part of this game. I would say it's almost as important as like the super art selection that we have in the game as well. So I don't want to take it out of the game entirely. That said, and the same goes for super arts and other things like that. If you personally as a player decide, I don't want to use super arts, or I don't want to throw fireballs in this match or whatever, you're perfectly free to do that. But I don't want to make it an option to just remove it from the game entirely. So, if you would prefer to not use gems or not activate them, go for it. But that's not going to be an option that you can just toggle on and off.
I did have a question. Now it has been like a festival. The game's been like, it's very much like, it's about fun. I want to know, is there going to be like side games you can play, like barrel busting, breaking a car, and stuff like that? I want to know if there's going to be like little mini games that you get to play with the characters. It'd be pretty fun.
まあ、今回何回も祭りっていうテーマだとおっしゃるんですけど、そんなことを言うと、やっぱり今回はそのボーナスステージ的な、ミニゲームとかも入るのでしょうか。フェスティバルというとそういうイメージ。
一番のフェスティバルはですね、ちょっと東京ゲームショウで少しだけご紹介したもう4人同時に参加ができるモード、このスクランブルモードですけど、もう4人、本当にスマブラナー的な感じなんですけど、4人が同時に出て、その4人が1つのプレイステーション36まで4つのコントローラーつなげてもいいし、4人みんな東京、ニューヨーク、ロンドン、もう中国の上海でもいいですけども、こう分かれてやることもできるっていうモードを1個搭載してるっていう。でもう一つはタンクなんですけど、今回のプレイタンクなんですけど、実はタンクは1人で2人皆さんいじってると思うんですが、実はタンクを2人で分けて、僕と彼で皆さんがタンクのチームを組んで、そのタンクを交代したらプレイヤーも交代するっていうような機能を入れて、より多くの人がこうワーワーって言いながらできるようなシステムを搭載しています。
Okay. So, there's not going to be that sort of mini-gamey stuff, but at the same time, there are some specific modes and some specific gameplay elements that I would consider, really a nod to that festival sort of atmosphere. The first one would be what we're calling Scramble mode, which I talked about at TGS, which is a full-on 4-player mode. And
yeah,
this is more kind of Smash Brothers-y sort of mode here, where basically, you can have 4 controllers hooked up to one PlayStation or Xbox. If you so choose, you have 4 people in a room going nuts. Or you can actually do this online as well. So potentially you could have one player in New York, one in Tokyo, one in London, and one in Shanghai or something like that, and you can participate that way. So that really drums up the festival atmosphere. Another aspect of that is, this is a tagged game this time, and under normal circumstances that means one guy has control of one team of 2, one guy has control of another team of 2. What you can actually do, you can set it up so that each one of those characters is controlled by a certain person. So for example, we could play against you 2 on a tag team, so that when you tag out, then it actually switches who's controlling the character. So we think that's sufficiently kind of festival-y for this
really
game.
cool.
So that's the direction we're taking that.
本当にそれによって、梅原君と一緒にプレーをすれば自分ちょっと強くなった気持ちになるんですよ、同じチームでやると。でそれは同じように家の中でも僕は強いけどおじいちゃん弱いから、でもおじいちゃん一緒にやろうよって言った時にも一緒にできるし、でもっと言うと強い者同士がやったらクロスアサルトという一気に2人が出てこう戦うモードになった時には2人で声をチャットでもいいし声を掛け合いながら、でも今向こう側から波動拳打ってとかっていうのでこう楽しむこともできるっていうモードを、今回入れてあるので、そういうところで僕たちは祭りかなとは思ってます。
And the good thing about this system as well is, once again, it has something for the casual players and something for the hardcore players as well. For the casual players, let's say you got really lucky with matchmaking, you ended up on a team with Daigo Umehara himself. Even if you're not very good, you're going to feel like a complete badass because you're this really good guy on your team. And vice versa, if you're playing, if you convinced your wife or your grandfather or someone to play with you, they're probably not very good at it, but potentially you are, so they're going to still feel like they're participating and still feel like they're having fun. So it's really good for the more casual and less skilled players. At the same time, for the really skilled players, if you've got a team of 2 really good people, we have the cross assault system where you can actually bring 2 characters out at once, and you can, for example, if you're in the same room, you can just yell at each other in real time. If you're in chat and you communicate online, you can say, okay, I'm going to do such and such a move, so you get on the other side of him, throw a Hadoken, that sort of thing. You can kind of give each other orders. So once again, for the hardcore, that's another layer of strategy, and for the more casual guys, it just kind of lowers that barrier of entry.
そうで今回はそのオンラインプレイトレーニングモードも入れてあるので、もう本当にチャットであったりとか、一つのプレイステーションで2人でこうやりながら待ち受け、要はアーケード待ち受けすることもできるし、で何人かで一緒にトレーニングすることもできるっていう、とにかくオンラインと複数の人がパーティーのようにこう楽しんでもらえるっていう機能は今回はすごく充実して入れられてると思います。
And yeah, you hit on a really good point. So there's the online training mode this time. That allows 2 people or more potentially. You can be online training together. You can be in the same room training together. You can actually have arcade fight request turned on during this, so you can get pulled out of it into a match as well. Yes, there's a lot of focus this time on once again kind of a party or festival kind of atmosphere. Largely reliant on online, but also with the option to have everyone in the same room doing stuff.
I do want to know, with Street Fighter Cross Tekken, like a lot of people were really like thrown back because they were like, really? Like Street Fighter Cross Tekken? And like people didn't really get it at first. Are you guys going to be doing, other subsequent titles like, could you do, Street Fighter versus King of Fighters, or Street Fighter versus, Mortal Kombat? Like, are those things you guys have been, like you were talking about Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat would be, an interesting thing. And then the producer of Mortal Kombat came back and he said that he was even considering doing something like that. So I just want to know if that was actually something that was being considered.
今回のストクロも発表した瞬間に、世界中にストリートファイターこのステンゲーというのがすごい意外な展開だったと思うんですけど、意外な展開というとやっぱりストリートファイター vs
キングファイター
キングファイターズとかモータルコンバットもあり得るんじゃないのかなと小野さんが以前にモータルコンバット面白そうだなとおっしゃって、それからモータルコンバットのプロデューサーもやりたいとか言ってるらしいですけど、それはやっぱりあり得る範囲なんでしょうか。
ストリートファイターって限定するとやっぱちょっと難しいかもしれないですよ。なぜかというともうどうしてもモータルコンバットの面白いところって最後のファタリティのこの気持ちよさがあると思うんですけど、あれをじゃあチュンリーにやられたら多分ストリートファイターファンはうわーっと怒ると思うんですよねなのでまあちょっと1回はもうすごくこうモータルコンバットのチームともし、2日間3日間ずっとご飯を一緒に食べる機会があったらずっといろんなことを話したいなと思うんですけど、単純にクロスはできないなとは思ってます。一つはでやっぱり僕自身はそのもっと大きな夢っていうかこう業界を変えたいなと思ってるのは、ちょっと以前から少しずつ話してるんですけど、マーベル VSDC とかできた方がよっぽどもっとみんなは何スパイダーマンとついにバットマンがっていう方がちょっとワクワクするのかなと思ってるので、映画業界ができなかったことをゲーム業界でできるようにならないかなっていうことはちょっとずっと考えています。
Yeah, I think when it comes to something like Mortal Kombat, one of the really most compelling and fun aspects of it are the fatalities, right? Just that cool feeling of you get when ripping out someone's spine, and that's a really cool aspect of Mortal Kombat. But I'm not entirely sure that would fit in with the Street Fighter characters. I think if someone did that to Chun-Li, you'd have the Street Fighter fans around the world coming at us with torches and pitchforks. So I'm not sure that we could necessarily do a straight-up versus or cross game with Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. That said, I think there's something we could potentially do, and if I ever had a chance to hang out with the Mortal Kombat guys for a couple of days and we could just brainstorm for 2-3 days straight, I'm sure we'd come up with something really badass that we could pursue. I don't know if that would be, once again, a straight-up crosser versus type title. It might take on a different sort of shape. What I'd really like to do, and I've talked about this before too, is to really kind of expand beyond even just fighting games and do something really crazy like a Marvel versus DC fighting game. To have fans for the first time ever see Spider-Man and Batman beating the crap out of each other on their screen. That'd be something that you could probably never do as a movie, but we might be able to do as a game. So that's the kind of thing I would be even more interested in, I think.
And wrapping it up, just what are your plans after Street Fighter?
Yeah, what's the future?
Okay.
Because there's always been tons of stuff about dark stalkers and all these things driving people crazy. What are your guys' plans?
でもストークローが終わりましてですね、次のプロジェクトを決定していますでしょうか。次のストーカーズとかいろいろ噂が
全く全部違って、次のプロジェクトは僕が家族でハワイに行くことですね。
I think my next big project is going to be take my family down to Hawaii and relax for a while.
All right, guys. Ono-san, it was amazing. Thank you. It was
Thank you
nice
very much.
meeting you.
Thank you very much.
All right.